are us checking back in with the Three Stooges with a short called
Those Stooges.
"You Nasty Spy."
Nazty with a Z.
It's like
Get it?
Nazi, but nasty. This is another case where we're seeing something fully formed, right? Uh, uh,
Right.
we first the last time we looked at a Three Stooges short was their first one, and it had some of the bits, but it was sort of
Mhm.
a bit more of a generic comedy short, where this is full force Three Stooges.
Yeah, this is, like, has a lot of even though I still feel like this is kind of most Three Stooges short aren't, like, directly satirizing, like, real things the way that this is
Hmm.
as much, but, like, it has a lot of really just, like, classic Three Stooges bits and things in it. It feels much more like a kinda quintessential Three Stooges short than, The Woman Haters, which was the other one that we watched.
Yeah. This one is so densely packed with jokes. It's kind of
I'm
wild.
sure I missed stuff because
Yeah.
I've seen this before also, like, more than once, I think, because I used to watch the Three Stooges shorts when they aired on AMC. I probably saw this one at least twice.
Hmm.
And yeah, but it's like just rewatching it today, I was like, there's yeah, it's like every line of dialogue is like 3 jokes.
Yeah. It's nuts. And I'm really impressed, honestly. Like, I think that the density, the tight scripting, and combined with the good physical comedy, something was kind of making me feel like this is like what the Marx Brothers were supposed to be in a way, right? Where it's taking this
Mm.
like this really dense wordplay and combining it with this broad, uh, like physical comedy, and it feels much more in synthesis
Yeah,
Groucho and Harpo. You know?
right. It feel right, it's like these it's less sort of like Groucho is over here doing wordplay and Harpo is over here doing
Yeah,
physical comedy bits.
yeah,
Like, this is like, no, just, like, do them all at once.
yeah,
Um,
and just pack it so tight.
yeah.
It's
See,
18.
this is why I was so kinda let down by watching all the Marx Brothers movies is because I'm used to seeing all the Three Stooges bits where they're like going twice as fast.
So this one is, as you might be able to tell from the title, and political satire, I suppose.
Yeah,
It
very
is.
very timely.
It's it's being made by three Jewish men who I think have probably not very nice things to say about Adolf Hitler.
That
Uh,
was one of the things that like I remember this being like a very very pointed satire of like Hitler and Nazi Germany and fascism and all of that. And yet rewatching it today I was like it feels more kind of like angry, I guess, than I kind of remembered it being.
hmm. How
Maybe
do
I'm
you
projecting a little bit, but
how
it
do you
is
mean?
like it's I feel like they're hitting the notes so hard of just like these people are idiots.
Yeah.
Like they're so dumb. Why would anyone listen to this person? And it's like they're like they don't even know what they're talking about. Like
Yeah.
the Three Stooges are always playing like dumb characters, right? Like that's their whole shtick.
Hmm.
But I feel like it's so like pointed, and I feel like they're making such a I don't know. It feels a little bit more aimed, I guess,
Hmm.
than I'm used to. I feel like Three Stooges tends to be more a bit just kind of broad, silly, slapstick. There's definitely some like class commentary stuff going on in their stuff, but like I don't know. This just felt like so much of a like fuck you movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, it's not deep satire, but it's just
No,
these
it is very blunt satire for sure.
these guys are so dumb. You might as well call it the Kingdom of Moronica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But also, I mean, just like there's a lot of there's the thing of like in the beginning. Oh, also one thing I did not remember about this short that I think is feels very pointed is that Mo is appointed dictator by a bunch of businessmen who want a
Yeah,
dictator because war is profitable.
yeah. Like that's probably the
And
most
I was like,
like.
Right.
incisive message
Yeah,
they have,
for
talking about
sure.
like the sort of corporate connections of the Nazi Party, which is not something that you see highlighted that often.
Mhm. And then it's like, because the Three Stooges are dumb, they're like, "Oh, dictator, what's that?" And the business people who are like, all their names are Pig Latin. They're like,
Mr. Oxnay, Mr.
yeah,
Ixnay, and Mr. Amscray.
yeah. They're like, "Oh, dictators promise the people plenty, but then they keep it all for themselves." Like they're very like, even just like giving a sort of bare bones like description of what a dictator is. It's sort of, you can feel there's like contempt, you
Right.
know?
And then the Stooges go, That sounds like a great deal. I love that."
Yeah, Curly is like, "Oh, a parasite." Like rubbing his hands together, all excited. And then yeah, and then hard cut to them all in like Nazi-ish military uniforms with like a million medals on them. I feel like
Yeah.
they're like kind of like Mo is definitely supposed to be like a Hitler analog. I feel like Curly is kind of uh
Goebbels. Oh, sorry, no.
uh
Larry's Goebbels.
yeah, and Curly I guess is Goering, maybe. I don't know. Him I'm less sure of. But it's like you can see that they're kind of glomming real people onto each of them,
Right.
which that'll come up again in the next thing. Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of taking Nazi iconography and sort of doing the dumb version of that.
Right.
Right? They like call in the stormtroopers, and all the stormtroopers come in with like umbrellas and raincoats
I love it. I
because
love it.
there's a storm coming. And I was like, "Oh, get me a gun." And Curly takes out dice. And he goes, "What are those for?" He goes, "They're loaded." Look, 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 look. Um, there is a lot. I mean, I don't. It didn't happen as much. I feel like in their first short, but there's so much. Especially Curly has all of his kind of uh,
Noises.
right, all the noises that he makes. A lot of whoop, 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 whoop. And I love it. It's great. It makes
Yeah.
me smile and giggle every time.
You mentioned all the medals that they're wearing, and like there was one that felt like a pretty, I don't know, a pretty raunchy joke in a way, which was that like he had one like right at the base of his jacket that looked like a big butthole.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
sneak that past Breen. There's a joke that the Three Stooges will do, have done in a couple different shorts where they have a big map with a bunch of like fake countries and like landmarks on it. And they'll just like hold on the map for a while just to let the audience like read all of the goofy names.
Yeah. They're really proud of those names.
Right. But I noticed there's the Sea of Biscuit,
That
which
was
is a
that was
you know
funny.
timely Seabiscuit reference because Seabiscuit was a racehorse in the 1930s. So that's like I don't know. That was the thing I didn't. I was like, oh yeah, I guess like Seabiscuit was a like contemporary thing for when this came out. Bologna, classic. You know.
It really is like I think you hit the nail on the head there with it is the dumb version of everything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Bologna, it's Moronica or whatever.
It's such a silly slapstick bullshit short film, but it's I don't know. I felt there was like a palpable sense of like, yeah, I don't know, like they weren't just satirizing Hitler because there was a war happening. Like it felt they like I could feel the kind of the anger kind of coming out of it a little bit,
Hmm.
which I don't know, I appreciated. Like I think that is right. Three Stooges shorts are never calm. They're always a little angry,
No,
I
but yeah,
guess.
like they express their anger by poking Hitler in the eyes, you know?
Right. And also it ends with them all getting eaten by lions, which doesn't like it usually ends with like the Three Stooges like running off like down a street or something like that. Like them being
Right.
like chased out of a house. Whereas this is like, no, they all got eaten alive by lions.
These stooges deserve to die, is what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably stooges in this too, because they're just being used to, increase the profits of the Mr. Ixnay and Mr.
And I mean, yeah, specifically kind of saying like like saying Hitler is this person, not just that like we're making
Mhm.
fun of Hitler, but that their premise is that Hitler is a stooge. He is a
Yeah,
figurehead for corporate interests, which is a nuanced commentary from a bunch of dumb guys.
yeah. Well, that's it. I don't get the impression that
They're
Mo
stooges.
Howard and, the like, I think they all seem like they were somewhat heady maybe about their comedy, as many
Hmm.
comedians are. All of that, like, political commentary aside, which is kind of definitely the most notable thing about this, it also just, it has all of them running into a door frame and getting stuck. Like, just such classic Three Stooges, hijinks.
I thought that was from the episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns is getting so many bacteria at the same time that they get stuck in the door.
There's definitely a lot of Three Stooges stuff in The Simpsons, so
Yes.